Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my NHL 20 custom franchise mode here in Alaska. In the previous episode, we were eliminated by one of the best teams in the league, the Atlanta Thrashers, in the first round of the playoffs. You know what? I didn't have a lot of expectations for this team. I didn't. So I can't be too mad. We're just going to have to keep building and building and building. This draft is very important. This draft is going to set the course of this entire franchise mode. It's going to change how we make trades in the very near future. It's going to change our prospect pool entirely, because right now we have no value on this entire squad. Our top two guys, MP3 and Jaromir Jagr. After that, there isn't too much. We have Nikkanen and Hugo Haas, but nothing groundbreaking except MP3. This draft is pivotal for every team. Alexis Lafreniere is going, Quentin Byfield, Tim Stützle. Those guys are going to change all these franchises. All those guys are going to be NHL, or not NHL players, because we don't have a name for this league yet. They're going to be players in this league next year. That's why this draft is important. That's why I'm kind of mad we didn't just tank. We made the playoffs, we got beat. It happens. Just like in Calgary, our Calgary franchise mode, we made the playoffs, we got beat. For what? To see how this team works, right? I went with the flow of the ocean, man. I wanted to see how this team worked, how the rest of the league worked. We got beat. Simple as that. The Hawaii Vipers are your year one champions. And why did I Why is that how that works? When you just... like, I didn't even... Why wouldn't it... Like, I go all the way over there. Why wouldn't it just... See, this... I hate EA. Like, why would it go over... Okay, let's advance a day. Get to the awards. The question is still out there. What should I call them? Yes, I've basically decided that I'm going to name them after subscribers. So, I think that would be very, very interesting. Your year one champions, the Hawaii Vipers, beat the Moscow Elite in, I believe, 5 games in the finals. So, congratulations on your year one champions, the Hawaii Vipers. So, I do plan on making a Google Docs with all the information, but that's going to be a lot of effort. So, your year one champions, the Hawaii Vipers, your league best team. I still don't have a name for the President's Trophy. I don't know what to call it. The Hawaii Vipers. So the best team in the league wins the biggest trophy. So congratulations, Hawaii. And Moscow made the finals from the East. Your individual awards. The current Art Ross, which I don't have a name for. That goes for everything. Anthony Francis, 150 plus points in the regular season. He also wins the MVP. The defensive trophy goes to Stu Cam. Montreal was also the worst team in the league this year, which is just crazy. The Lady Bing players judged to have exhibited the best sportsmanship and gentlemanly conduct combined with a high standard of playing ability goes to Jesper Straka. The Rookie of the Year goes to Anthony Francis. That is going to change very soon because, you know, obviously the Rookie of the Year was going to go to the best offensive player because all these guys are rookies. The most valuable player in the playoffs went to Kirill Kaprizov for the Hawaii Vipers. The best goaltender with the best statistic goes to Chad Johnson. He also wins the least... Anton Forsberg wins the least goals against. So, congratulations. The Bill Matcherton goes to Ilisen. The best coach goes to Fletcher for the Moscow Elite. Anthony Francis wins the Frank J. Selke. Ted Lindsay goes to Anthony Francis as well. And he also wins the most goals in the league. Or the best goal-scoring season. So, we gotta change up these award names. It's still a question. I'm still working on that as we speak. But the playoffs are over and done with. Your year one champions, the Hawaii Vipers. So congratulations, Hawaii, the best team in the league in the regular season, also wins the playoff trophy. But right now, we need to head to the draft. As I was saying before, this draft is very, very important. Now, we're not going to have the highest pick. We're not going to get Alexis Lafreniere, Quentin Byfield, or Tim Stützle, or this CPU-created guy, or Vadim Slychuk. There's no way any of these teams are going to allow us to trade into the top 10. I would love one of these guys. There is a defenseman right here going 11th, Ivan Loktionov, who's a right-handed defenseman, 6 foot. He's got no weaknesses. He's very similar to Victor Hedman. If there's a guy I would trade up for at this point that's available, it would be Ivan. I think that's a guy I would love to have on this team, especially since our defense is probably the weakest thing at this point. He's probably the guy I'm going for. I would go for Yaroslav Askarov, but since I'm so damn good at drafting goalies, there's no reason at this very point in time. We have Sogard in the net. I'm not worried about goaltending. And Askarov sucked in Columbus, my first franchise mode. You got this Jordan Beda from the USA West. I did finally get a scout on him. I'm assuming he's between Lucas Raymond and Holtz. I'm assuming he's a medium elite at this point. That's what I'm assuming. And all these other guys, the next best guy would probably be, I believe it would be Jurog Slavkovsky, who's a high top six at 25. We have a pick available to pick him, so if the Loktionov thing doesn't work, Slavkovsky would be a phenomenal pick to get. And then after that, nothing in the first round really intrigues me. This Semyonov isn't too shabby. Not too bad, but our scouts are doing the best job this year. I do have a lot of scouted players this year, though. They've done a phenomenal job picking out some guys in the later rounds. Loktionov, of course. Then you have this Jimmy Regan, the president, Mr. President. Oh, I love that. Oh, I want him. So he's going 115th. We'll have a pick available for that. We'll make sure of it. We got this Jude Ennis, a goaltender, right? We have our goaltender right there. There's no need to pick Yaroslav Askarov. We got this Sergei Lebedev at 137th. We're going to make sure we acquire these players. This is going to set us on the right path. Even if they're not the best, they're trade value, and then we can trade for players that we want. That is a phenomenal idea. Another goaltender, but that's fine. Goaltenders are good value. After that, there isn't too much. But right now I'm looking at Loktionov and Slavkovsky in the first round. But let's simulate to the draft and the retirees. There's probably going to be just a bunch of ECHL guys that retire. It's going to be a different league this year. Hawaii might even be the worst team next year. You don't know. So Montreal stays at the first pick. Alberta wins a lottery, moving from 3rd to 2nd. Phoenix moves from 5th to 3rd. And Chicago moves from 2nd to 4th. Okay, so it's going to be an interesting draft. Obviously, we have the draft class. This is going to be very, very important. It's going to set us on either the right path or the wrong one. So let's view retired players. The best guy to retire this year is Patrick Eves. So we lose one of our better forwards. How many points did he have in Alaska in his career? He had 32 in 1 year with the Alaska Bears. So congratulations on retirement. That's more cap space for us. And all the other guys are just a bunch of nobodies. No offense. Let's go to goaltenders. You got Victor Fast with 38 wins. And 50 losses. Never mind. In his career. Oh, never mind. He did play for Edmonton. This year, IRL, or in this game, he had 4 wins, 9 losses. Oof. Not the best career, Victor. So, not the worst. Not the worst year for retirees, which is good for us. That's good. That's a good thing. So we lost one guy. We'll easily be able to fix that up. Coaches. We lost one coach. I don't know. That might be an assistant or an associate coach. Scouts. Not really worried about that. I just want to get to the draft. View draft class. It never works anyways. Draft class interviews never ever work. There's no point to it. So, let's go ahead, get to the entry draft of this new league. By next year, we're going to have a name for this league. Okay. So we have come to an impasse here. Or this is good. This is good. So from pick number 2 all the way to pick number 8 is on the board. They want to trade those. Oh God, why do they gotta do this to us? Damn it! Oh no! I was said I thought nobody there would want to trade out. No, I've never had Alexis Lafreniere. They don't want to trade. Quentin Byfield, I've never had him. Stützle, I've never had. Samsonov would be great. Vadim Slychuk would be great. Newhook would be great. Forsberg would be awesome. Damn it. Oh, they gotta do that. But do we even have the trade assets available to get that pick? Number 12 wants to trade, so, or number 11 or 10 I would get a Lokhtianov around there. So let's see. Let's try trading for the second. But I want to see if we even have the assets available to us. Pro Horkin's a 90, which is awesome. Where did Yager? Oh, Yager's. It's a contract year for Yager. He's going to ask for a boatload of money, but good news, we have it. So we'd have to trade them our first. And look at us, right? We have 0 trade value. Goaltending, I wouldn't want to trade them Sogard. Rookie skaters, we have nothing. We have nothing to offer. We could barely get the 10th pick done. We'd have to give them... Ooh, Otto Sompi moved from a high top 9 to a top 6, medium. We could give them Nikkanen. I'd be willing to give them Hugo Haas. They don't want anybody here. They don't want anything. Draft picks, I'd give them a second from next year, but after that, I want to save as many picks as I possibly can. So that trade wouldn't go through, even if you offer it. That trade is going to be rejected. We have nothing to give at this point. I would love to trade for a pick there, but we have to be diligent with our future picks. We need to continue to add. But so who's going around number 5? Could we? The trade value up there is going to be immensely difficult. So 5 would get you a Vadim Slychuk or anything after. I'm okay with just getting the defenseman at this point in time. But you know what? A centerman for MP3 might be the best thing to do. How about pick number 4 from Chicago for that Samsonov kid? This trade might be a bit easier. So I'd give them Hugo Haas. I'd give them our first. Second? I could give them our second. Would that trade go through? Hugo Haas, a first and a second for the 4th overall pick in this draft. I'd be willing to do that trade. Let's see. Trade accepted. We have officially moved up in the draft. We have pick number 4. Oh, I thought okay, so we're probably going to get that Samsonov kid. He's computer generated, which I'm kind of leaning towards because I have no idea who he is. And I'd rather not cheat and get a Slychuk who I knew what he's like. Alexis Lafreniere, left wing playmaker, high franchise, 83 overall, goes to the Montreal Wanderers. Absolutely love it. He goes to his home province. So Alberta with the 2nd overall pick selects Quentin Byfield, 78 overall. So Tim Stützle does not get picked 2nd. You could debate it either way. I mean, they're both phenomenal forwards. And with the 4th overall selection, we have a big opportunity here to pick something phenomenal. Now, to get the most out of MP3, we could use a damn good center. Marcus Samsonov, I think, is the right pick. You know, you might be saying, Vadim Slychuk, do it. I know what he's all about. I want to pick a guy I have no idea what he's like. And make him, maybe he's a franchise mode legend for us. You don't know. He might be. He's two-way forward. He's, we don't know anything about him. But I have a feeling he's definitely medium elite. I don't think that's in question here. We're picking him 4th overall. I would like a Lokhtianov or this Beta. But for right now, I think the best thing to do is select with the 4th overall pick. And all these other guys, maybe we can trade for a Slavkovsky at 25th. I'm not sure, but all these other guys at what? Like, at, what were the picks? I gotta write them down. Regan at 160. I'm gonna write this down right now. Where's my sheet? Okay, I'll find it. Regan 116, Ennis 136, and Lebedev at 137. So we're gonna have to do more trades this draft. But with the 4th overall selection and our first as general manager of the oh my god, I messed up so bad. Oh no. With the first ever selection, there's too many A's in this league. You got Alberta, Atlanta, Alaska, there's too many. With the first overall selection as general manager of the Alaska Bears, we are proud to select from Mother Russia, Marcus Samsonov. 80 overall two-way forward. He's a first liner next year. It's going to be MP3, Samsonov, and Jaromir Jagr on that first line. You got a European line. Oh, that's going to be freaking gorgeous. Oh my god. So the 25th overall pick is on the board. Stockholm, would you like to talk about that? We could get it through. Now, that's a lot. We'd have to give them Nikkanen. But you get a Slavkovsky, who's 20. I think we can wait. I think maybe we tank next year. I don't know. But right now, that's all we could afford. Samsonov, welcome to Alaska. You're going to enjoy it here. Okay? But for right now, I think the best decision would just... when's our next pick? Sim to our 83. Okay, let's just simulate to the end of this round and see what every team got. So Tim Stützle, Vadim Slychuk went to Manitoba. Newhook gets redrafted by Michigan. Marco Rossi goes to Prague. Jamie Drysdale goes to the Brooklyn Brewers. You got a lot of international teams in the top of this draft, so they're probably going to be the better teams later in this franchise mode. Ponomarev goes to the Toronto Lakers. Hugo Forsberg? Hugo Forsberg to the London Royals. Ivan Loktionov, 78 overall defenseman to the Beijing Dragons. Beta, 80 overall centerman. You could debate, why didn't you get Beta? We could have gotten either. We could have traded less. But I'm not upset with the pick that we made. Lucas Raymond to the Saskatoon Huskies. Lundell to the San Francisco Bulls. Perfetti to the Houston Cosmic. Oliver Shouty to the New York Americans. Subscriber-created player. Oh, and Caribou to the Halifax Narwhal. See, now I feel bad for New York because they were a bottom team. They could have gotten Alexis Lafreniere easy if they just stayed the course, but they got knocked out in the first round. Sucks to suck. Caribou is also a subscriber-created player. Halifax Narwhal. Alexander Holtz to the Philadelphia Cannon. Look at the picks you're getting at number 18. A medium elite. Phenomenal pick there. Zubovsky to Tokyo. Chad Chadson, another subscriber-created player, to the Seattle Storm. Makes perfect sense. Tyler Clevin to Chicago. Antonio Stranges to Victoria Victory. Seth Jarvis to the LA Hammerheads. Slavkovsky to the Dallas Armadillo. Zeri to Stockholm. Quentin Valentine to Boston. Wallander to Atlanta. Bobkov would have been an awesome defenseman to get to the Miami Tropics. Semyonov to the New Orleans Steamers. McLennan to the Moscow Elite. And Pettinger to the Hawaii Vipers. Second round. Our next pick is at 83. I don't think there's anything else to acquire until then, so we'll sim to pick number 83. We'll see the second round, see what was drafted. Askarov to the Alberta Beasts. They're going to be in a phenomenal position to win very, very soon. Good for them. Okay, not a bad second round here. the top teams are going to be in a better position to win. The teams, good for Hawaii for winning, but they're not going to be in the best position to win automatically next year because all these top guys, Alexis Lafreniere, Montreal's going to be a damn good team very, very soon. Ooh, this Alexandrov guy to New York. Ooh, okay. Okay. Oh, Ben Forno, a goaltender. That was another subscriber-created player. Congratulations. Lapierre, Duncan, Redmill, subscriber-created player. There's some top... I don't know if we're going to get anything great here in this upcoming round, but I'll do my best. I mean, we're just going to pick the guys that we have available to us, right? So pick number 21 in the third round. Pick number 83 in the draft. What's available? We got this Emile Viro, who I know all about. Oh, is there anything great around here? There's not a whole, we might even just, the best thing of right now might just be to pick the guys that we have on our radar. Like Regan, the defenseman. I think this is the pick that we're going to make right now. Jimmy Regan with pick number 83. We're going out of our way, but welcome to the squad. Defenseman at 51 overall. He won't make the squad next year, but that is some great trade value to have on the squad with our next pick at 114. I think all those guys are still going to be available, which is a good thing. Jan Mizik, I would have gone for, but he never worked out in any franchise mode we ever did, so I'm not really worried about that. We made a great pick there for Regan, Mr. President. That's already his nickname. Okay, and then we're going to go for those two goaltenders. And we kind of call it a draft and pick whatever we really feel like after that. So Jan Mizik was a great pick for Seattle. Congratulations, Seattle. And then we'll just go for the goaltenders that we have available to us. Goaltenders. We got Ennis, Brizgalov at 122. 5-year TA. I'm just going to go for Ennis. I mean, Ennis has a 5-year and a 5-year. They're both 17. So welcome to the squad either which way. Jude Ennis, 47 overall, but that's trade value, baby. 141. So I want to trade for a pick, like pick number 26 in this round, 119, so we're able to pick that other goaltender. So I'll trade you our 7th and our 6th. Does that work for you? Trade rejected. Okay, you'll take our 6th this year. We'll keep our 7th, and then you can take back your 4th from next year. Trade accepted. I'm okay with that. I want to make sure we get this trade value. This puts us in an even better position to win, or just be better, quicker than everybody else. Get the trade value so we can make big trades, get big prospects over, entice the free agents. Best decision available. But you got this Brizgalov goaltender. I'm not super sure about that. He's probably in the same boat as those other guys. We got this Stanislav Chubarov. Damn. I don't want to risk picking him, but he might be really good. I'm going to go ahead, pick Lebedev with this pick. He's going to be great. 47 overall, so we get 2 future goaltenders for us. But, man, can we maybe swing this pick in the 5th round, 125? When is that? I want to take a shot at that guy right there. View draft class, when is that kid going? He might even suck, but I just have the weird feeling that he might be good. 124. I'm gonna try it. 124 would be, we'll go with 4 Moscow's pick in the 4th round. We're making trades, we're making deals, we got to get it done. 123. So we're going to give you our 5th and 7th. Would you do that trade? You probably won't do that trade, will you? Trade accepted. Moscow accepts that. That's huge for us. Okay, now he might not even be good. He might not even be great. That's okay. 4th this year for a 5th and a 7th. Why would I do that trade? Don't smoke crack, guys. It's not good for your health. So King, Suni. I was going to pick Suni, but I'd rather have a chance at this guy. He might not even be good. Brizgalov, glad we didn't pick him. We went with our gut. We knew what we were doing. I was right. And with this next selection, we are going to pick Stanislav Tubarov, a defenseman from Russia. Let's see. He might not even be good. I'm just taking a risk. Let's see. I was wrong. But the good news is we didn't trade too much. So we don't have any picks for the rest of the draft. So we'll just quickly swing through and see what we missed. Just so you guys can pause the video if you see anything interesting. But for right now, this is what we're dealing with. We got our top guys. We got a big prospect in the first round, goaltenders for trade value, and I'm A-okay with what we did. So let's go ahead. Let's send to the end of the draft. There's nothing else to see here. It's first year. There's not going to be anything interesting in the later rounds. So Samsonov, Regan, the defenseman, Mr. President. We got Jude Ennis, Lebedev, and Chubarov. So year one draft, I would say was a success. We were able to take the 4th overall pick and turn it into something very, very nice for us. I'm very, very happy about that. But we have to sim to the re-sign phase and then check free agency and see what it's all about. There's a lot of guys that we have to re-sign. So Jaromir Jagr, we currently have $53 million in cap space. Remember that. So Jaromir Jagr wants 10 over 6 years. Well, you know what? He's going to be worth it. 10 over 6 years. Hold on. 10 over 6 years. Maybe we can get him to take a contract or take a bit of a hit on that contract. So hold on. See, I knew he was going to grow if he had a great season. He's only 28, remember? 10.7 times 0.85 equals 9. I would give him $9 million. I just don't want to see it. Big old 10. So I'll give him 9.2 for 6 years. Hell yeah. Jaromir Jagr, maybe our captain, bring him back on. So I'm going to sim one day, see if he comes back. Jagr rejects a dollar value. Okay. So I'd be willing to give him, if he doesn't want to do, I'll do 2 years. I'll even go 3 years at $11 million. Sim one more day. Jagr renews that contract. Good for you, Jaromir Jagr. The absolute beauty comes back to the squad. And now, oh yeah, that's something that I don't know if I told you guys, but these contracts are going to be all out of whack. Brodzinski wants almost 7. Is he worth it? Probably not. Mam Olsen's probably going to want 6. Bolesky's going to want, what? 5. Eric Kondra doesn't want to come back. We're going to release him, you absolute tool. And we're going to release these guys right here. We're just going to have to build up through free agency for the first little bit. Any RFAs at this point? Michael McCarron. Come on, bud. You want $5 million. We're going to qualify you. Now, there might be a good chance that somebody gives him like $8 million. And that will allow us to get first-round picks back that I'm going to qualify him right now. I think that's a smart decision. Downing wants... I'll give him a 1... Oh, no, wait. See, all these contracts are going to be so weird for a very long time. So we'll give him 1 year at that. That works for me. Downing, we're going to release you. We're just going to have to build up through free agency. Bleacher for the AHL squad. We want to make sure that it isn't gross as hell. Maybe you'll take a 2-way. Please take a 2-way. Kolslar, sure, welcome back to the squad, bud. Nikkanen, please don't want an NHL contract. He does not, but he'll want a big contract next year, so maybe he'll turn into something decent. And all these guys down here for the AHL, I'm not really worried about. If it's computer-generated guys in the AHL for us, so be it. Uutinen, I will give you a contract, though. Good, 2-year for 2-way, I'll take it. Unsigned guys, Samsonov, Chubarov, and Regan. I'm going to give a contract right away to Samsonov. Welcome to the squad for 3 years. You and MP3 and Jagr are going to go off. You're going to lead this team. Regan, I'm going to leave for 1 year because I don't want him playing in the NHL. He's too low to be in the NHL right now. We'll leave him 1 year in the USA, and once our AHL squad is better, we'll bring him up. If he's ready to move up to the NHL, we will. But for right now, I don't want him playing in that terrible minor league squad for us. So I'm going to leave him unsigned. Chubarev, or Tubarov. I'll sign to a contract for the AHL. Might as well. And goaltenders. For the AHL, I mean, I guess we might as well give Ennis. I'll give Ennis a contract, and then I'll let Lebedev play in the men's league. Eager, we'll let go. Phillips, we will let go. And we got Helvig in the AHL. Sogard, come on. 2 years at $1 million. I'll give you that contract. Justin Pogge, let's guess the amount of money. He's going to want $4 million. He wants $1 million. We're going to let him go because he's a piece of garbage. No offense. So that only leaves 3 goaltenders. That means we're going to sign an NHL goaltender. Or not an NHL goaltender. And an AHL goaltender. Because that isn't the league we're playing in right now, right? So the next question is, the UFAs. Do we bring back... I'm okay with bringing back Brozinski. But for not that long. I'd rather give him a 1-year contract at $7.5 million. Matt Molson, I will... Because I don't necessarily want to give them a hefty contract for a bunch of time when a lot of guys might go to free agency. That's when we want to strike. So for right now, I don't want to be giving them hefty contracts. Matt Bolesky, I'm going to let go because I didn't like the format he was playing on this squad. So let's see if they come back. Sogard, boom. Nikkanen, Oh, he does, okay. Brozinski, boom. Williams, Good. So Michael McCarron, I'm hoping maybe somebody throws a contract at him. We'll leave Regan, and goaltenders, we will just let them do their thing. So that's it for that. How about coaching? Because I didn't hate our coaching system this year. I just think for the first few years, we're just going to have to see how this team develops. But for our head coach, I'd rather... We're gonna have to build that up. How about scouts? Any scouts off of contract this year? No, okay. We'll deal with that later. Coaches at this point in time, we'll deal with once we see what this team is all about, once we get to free agency. So let's get to free agency real quick. See what's popping. Maybe I doubt there'll be anything available. I doubt there's any 80 overalls in free agency at this point in time. So who's the big man in free agency? Who is it? Year number 1, it is Laterra. I believe he was involved in a drug scandal, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to stay away from him. $10 million? No friggin' way. But I would spend money on maybe a Thomas Vanek for 1 year, or Martin Furk. He's a UFA. I'd spend money on him. He's relatively young. I don't want to give him the 7-year term because all these guys want money. How about goaltenders, real quick? Top goaltender is Anton Forsberg. For $7 million, we currently have $28 million to work with. And he was one of the better goaltenders in the league this year. 27 years of age. Coro might be good. But he wants 6 years, though. I'm not willing to give him 6 years. I will bring over Chad Johnson, the current best statistical goalie. So I will offer him 1 year at, what do you want? You want $8 million to come over here to Alaska. I know it's not everybody's favorite place to play, but you're gonna have to live with it. And all these other guys, I won't sign because we don't need them. And how about any prospect forwards or defensemen? Michael McCarron's still out there. Maybe somebody will offer him a contract. We got this. Oh, maybe this kid we bring on. We'll sign this Liam Howell for the AHL. We just want to bring them up. I don't want to offer too many big contracts. This Dudek, what a name. Olsen, yep. We'll just bunch of guys for the AHL. Make them better, more trade value for us. Lawrence Dolphin, no thank you. We will bring this 18-year-old low top 9. Sure. This Kostmar sounds like a drugstore or like a corner store. So, after we sign the goaltender and those guys, we still have a crap load of money to spend, and we won't be making any trades during the trade deadline this year. I doubt there'll be anything on the block. But I want to go check out our contracts and see what's up, because it's going to be all over the place. Our AHL squad and our major league is just going to look crappy. But let's go to defensemen real quick. I want to see in the majors, what do we got? Carl Alsner, great. Top tier defenseman easily. Greg Pattern, Williams, and then maybe we sign 2 defensemen. 2 defensemen would be nice and let them fight for whoever gets in the lineup. And the minors, we don't have anything great. Lovely. How about right wingers? Yager, and then it kind of falls apart. Left wingers, MP3, Matt Molson, centerman. We have a bunch of centermen. So I think we just have to sign Be Smart. Literally, be smart. Well, obviously we have to be smart, but don't be stupid. I do really, really like Martin Ferk. He is a right winger. He could play second, first line maybe. I don't want him to take over for Yager though. So we'll go to overall. Let's go down by overall and see when it gets a bit cheaper. If there's anything cheap out here. Nope. Oh my god, there's nothing cheap. Yeah. Yikes, this makes for a bad situation. Oh my lord. Okay, let's go to defensemen. I think right now our defense needs the most workup. McQuaid at 9, no thank you. I would... this $6 million for 1 year for this Russian. Not bad. Oh, you know what? He's still young. Jake Dotchin. Absolute beauty. Defensive defenseman. I'll give him 1 year. 1 year at, I don't know, 6.7. That works for me. Simmons, we'll give him 1 year. Let him just play. See if they can become anything good for us. And after that, I guess we'll just have to go with our gut. But I want to sign Martin Ferk. If we want to trade somebody, he's going to be our guy. But if we get him... Oh, okay, so let me do the math in my... not in my head, in my calculator. So we signed the goalie to, what, 8 plus 7 plus 7 equals 22. Damn it. We might have just messed up really bad for Martin Ferk. Okay, so let's simulate a few days and see if we get those guys back. We're probably going to lose out on Martin Ferk. We're probably going to lose out on him, which does suck a lot, but... Kosmar signs. Okay. Okay, so those guys sign. Good. Jake Dotchin signs. Chad Johnson signs. Simmons signs. Good. So we get those guys. How much money are we left? $7 million, and that puts us in a crappy position. But you know what? We fix up our defense. We're fine. We're A-okay. Brendan Gaunce. No, he's an RFA. No way I'm sending that kind of money to him. Maybe we just go ahead and... re-sign Michael McCarron. We might even tank this year. That might be the best decision, just to tank. Just a friggin' tank. Michael McCarron, I'm going to go ahead and sign. First, I'm going to check coaching. I might even do this off camera, but I want to see, maybe there's a... Oh, nope. Hire scouts. I want to go to hire coaches, duh. So currently we have a generalist. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything out here that really intrigues me. So we'll just go to the AHL, sign whatever guys. AHL, what do they need? Associate, we'll go by, I don't know, teaching. If there's any good teachers out there. Generalist, sure. You want money? Go right ahead. We got plenty. I think. Doesn't really matter. Okay, give him that money. Good. We will go to all, because I want to find a goalie coach for the NHL. Oh, so there isn't many teachers out here. Generalist for the NHL. Not the NHL. I gotta get used to that. It's not the NHL. It's the Extreme Hockey. I don't know. That sounds stupid. It's like the XFL, but worse. Wade Torres, welcome. If you come over, I'd be very, very ecstatic for that. But the AHL, not really. I could care less about the AHL squad right now. I could care less. But we will. I'm gonna simulate a few days. Will anybody offer McCarron a job? Maybe he'll ask for less money the more time we go. Let's just keep simming a few days. Let's just keep, like, come on. Keep simming days. Keep going. Come on. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Doesn't look like anybody's gonna offer him a contract. Okay, so let's go ahead. Give him a contract because he's a beauty and I love him to death. RFAs, Michael McCarron. Will you ask for less money now? 6 years. No, we will give you $6 million for 1 year, and you'll like it. I don't want to handicap myself a few years down the line. We just got to draft good. That's all. That's all we got to do. Just sign the contract, Michael. Do it. Michael McCarron has signed that contract, and it's going to be nitty-gritty. Heading into next season, we're just going to have to do our due diligence with getting this roster ready for a new year. We got Samsonov in the draft. We got a lot. This team's going to look a lot better, but it's going to take some time. Do we tank for a top-tier player this year and maybe an Atu Ratti? Maybe. That is a definite possibility. If you've enjoyed this one, please leave a like, leave a comment, share with people who you think may enjoy this sort of thing. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.